Good morning. Dr. Bones and I would like to share with you some pelvic positioning tips for your yoga practice. Just a bit about your pelvis, and I'm going to pretend that this block is my pelvis, just to give you a good visual. But just a bit about your pelvis. Your pelvis is made of two fan-shaped bones that connect at the front at your pubic symphysis. And at the back, they connect into this triangular-shaped bone called your sacrum, which your tailbone is at the bottom, and is the base of your spine. So your pelvis can move in all directions, and it'll affect the movement of your spine. What's really cool about the pelvis is that it is kind of like a gyroscope. It's like a spinning top. It can go in all these directions. And because it can go in all sorts of directions, it's hard sometimes for yoga teachers to describe to students succinctly how to position their pelvis, because this is like an infinity of positions. So today I'm going to give you two different sets of terms for you to apply to standing poses like lunges and lateral poses like warrior two and triangle. So if this is my pelvis and I'm facing you or the front of my mat, this forward-facing pelvis is sometimes referred to by teachers as headlights, right? So if your hip bones or even the sides of my block are facing forward, if I'm in a lunge pose with my back heel lifted, you might have heard the teachers say, bring your pelvis square to the front of the mat. And they mean they don't want your back leg hip turning edge. So if you turn your hips square, you've got headlights, right? I'm a car, I'm shining my headlights at you. Now the difference in the pelvic positioning between a face forward lunge and, for example, a warrior two is that the pelvis is no longer facing forward, but it's also not facing side. Yeah, I cannot bring my pelvis all the way this way without bringing my knee and toes along as well. If I tried to turn my pelvis all the way this way, it would really, really wear on my knee. So I like to call this position, this in between front headlights and side headlights, is low beams. Yeah, kind of like the low beams on a car. It doesn't mean that the pelvis is like tilted down or anything. It's just a kind of sense of diagonal out to the side. So face forward lunge, headlights. Warrior two, triangle pose, other poses, low beams. Okay. Another set of terms that I'll offer you that you can explore in your own practice is an upright pelvis versus a shifted or tilted pelvis. So if you think of your pelvis like a flower pot, and your spine is like a flower coming out of that flower pot, you can have the pot upright and your spine is upright, although your spine could move above it. And then you can also shift the pot to aim the spine forward. And this is particularly noticeable or a helpful thing in a pose like triangle. So here's warrior two with an upright pelvis. My spine, the flower, is going up. And then here is a tilted pelvis. My flower pot pelvis is tilting forward, and that allows me my spine to go forward as well, so it can come into the rest of the shape of the pose. If I were to keep my pelvis upright and then go into a triangle pose, so here's an upright pelvis, I would be kind of like bending the stem of my flower, and it would not be a very enjoyable pose for my spine. So instead, I've got warrior two, upright flower pot, triangle pose, tilted flower pot. That might be harder or take a little bit more time depending on how your hips or the back of your legs feel to move into this position. So experiment with it in your own practice and see how it works for you. If you're a teacher or movement languager and you have other ways to explain the pelvis in simple ways to your students, we'd love to hear them. Please feel free to comment or make your own video. We'd love to see it. Thanks. Bye.